So we're back with the latest news, and big update on Gota Fria storm Dana in Valencia. And we passed there, and after a week it don't look good. So we've got all the latest news. Also, if you're a non-resident in Spain and you've got property or do property rentals and anything to do with declaring what you've earned, it all needs to be done, because the non-resident tax has got to be in by December. It's important to start filing your 210 Modelo tax returns, and don't want to miss the deadline, otherwise you're going to get fined for that as well. So get a solicitor on the case if you haven't already done your non-resident tax. And of course, got a bit more news early hours this morning. We had another storm at Girona. Quite bad actually. They had a big flooding, so it's not gone yet. All this Gota Fria storms in Spain, all different areas. As you know, I was down in Barcelona, or up in Barcelona, and just before we arrived, it was on red alert, and the airport's got it, and a lot of the runway was all flooded, and over 80 flights were diverted. So still lurking around, but today it's quite mild. It's around about 23, 24 degrees, but it has cooled down quite a lot, and not quite blue skies anymore. But we're going to crack on with all the latest news and all what's been going on a week after this dreadful storm, and it still don't look no better. So we've had the old king here, Philip, and Sanchez have been to visit. This area is around Valencia. The towns have got hit really, really bad, and they've gone to see what kind of destruction and have a look for themselves. And they all got pelted with mud. They got all mud thrown at them because they're all in disgust, all the local residents, all because they don't feel like the government were doing enough and haven't sent enough help. Well, things have changed since then. They've actually acted on it. Now they've sent, they reckon, over 17,000 people, emergency services, soldiers, troops, all kind of people down to help. And of course, there's 7,000 just soldiers. So and of course, that's not counting all the volunteers that were travelling at one time. They were actually walking with their buckets and mops for hours to get there because of all the roads closed. But things have changed since then. Not to just mention also the over 9,500 police personnel as well, Guardia Civils, all there. So a lot more people. And the volunteers have grown as well. It started off with a couple of thousand. I reckon it's up to 15,000. And now they gather in the museum there and meet up. And then they've actually laid a lot of buses on to ferry these people to the sites to help every morning. But they have to come with certain conditions. They've got to have protective footwear, and they've got to have gloves, and they've got to have water and food for themselves. And they're getting ferried down. The volunteers is so much. They've got over 50 buses taking them down to these sites. But they are making some kind of progress. So the government said, things are not bad. They're getting there. They're actually rescued up to 5,000 people so far. Also saying they've helped over 300,000 people. Of course, we've got all kind of insurance claims going through, and we've got government set up aid. We've got loads of donations as well. There's a lot of people going up from all different areas in Spain. And not only the people that are rallied around the communities, they're all donating aid, and of course there's various ways they're donating as well. You've got the banks that have links, you've got a lot of people in areas that are doing charity raffles and all to help these people. So loads and loads of money being generated, clothes, bottles, food. There's hundreds and hundreds of trucks gone up to Valencia every day. And they've got so much stuff, kids' toys, nappies, food, cans, water, because obviously the water you can't drink there until they sort the problem out. It's all being stored in this church. And incidentally, this flood was so bad, it even went up to 4 metres high in some areas. And we went past Valencia, and the river looks like it's got no water in at all. If you did want to check that video out, you can check that out on the channel. So we went there about a week before it happened and a week after, and not much difference, but all the riverbank, all the water had gone completely at one time. Of course it was all overflowed, and all the mud, and that's what's caused it all. And that's what these volunteers are doing. They're scooping up all the mud and washing it down and helping clearing all the rubbish, which they've actually pushed to the side of the road. So all the cars and that, it's just been shoved out of the way. But so out of 18 roads, got 7 of these roads open, and yeah, they are making progress. And of course, it's going to take a long time, they reckon, and the railway, they reckon, from Madrid to Valencia, they reckon that could go on for at least 6-7 months to clear and get it all up and running. Talking about 31 billion to get the old place reconstructed again, and yeah, to sort these floods out again. Meanwhile, the insurance company have received loads and loads of claims. They're saying in the Valencia area, there's over 500,000 vehicles, and the insurance company are going to be paying out whether you had third party or fully comp insurance. So yeah, full comp or third party, they're still going to be paying out for the people that have lost their cars. And yeah, of course, it's going to be paid out book value, so depending on the age of the car, as normal. So far, the insurance consortium has already received 116,000 claims. And yeah, it's only been a week, and they reckon most of these claims, over 60%, is the cars, and the rest is for the homes. So yeah, a lot of insurance claims going on. But the government, old Sanchez, set aside 10.5 billion euros as well. So the total of this is going to be well over 31 billion euros to get everything up and running, the total cost of everything. So yeah, it's not looking good. But on the first day, the old volunteers, you've got to give it to them. There was 15,000 there ready with buckets and mops, ready to walk that, I reckon, for 2 or 3 hours just to get in there to help. So yeah, it was a good community spirit, I reckon, and what's going on down there. But yeah, it's a real mess. And yeah, sad for some people that's lost their life. I mean, the cars and the people losing their own, say, all going to be mainly covered by the National Compensation Scheme. But yeah, your life's more important, and yeah, devastating, as a lot of people know. The old shopping centre, the cars down in the shopping centre, and people got trapped. And yeah, the divers going in, and they're all coming out, really sad faces, really dreadful scenes, and they've actually stopped reporting the number of deaths. I reckon it could go up into the thousands. And of course, they're still finding bodies every day. They found a few lucky people that have survived in a car after 2 or 3 days. But yeah, it's more of a recovery now, and trying to get everything back to normal is going to take a long time. I mean, they've already done 232 kilometres already of the old roads, but they reckon, like I say, it's going to be a long time, because the Madrid to the Valencia line is so badly demolished. Of course, the main priority is to get all the roads open and get things moving. So the main roads they've got at the moment is getting the roads in there for the aid and the helpers and emergency services. But yeah, all the people that have been injured or property damaged and everything affected by the storm, the whole aid package is valid up to January. So you've got to get it all in by January to make a claim. Saying they've got like 72,000 euros for each death or really bad injury through this storm caused by the Dana, gota fria. But yeah, they've got all different levels of payouts, from 20 to 40 to 60,000 euros, all depending on the property damage and all kind of losses. So yeah, all this claims has to be in by January. That is the deadline they've set. So even though Valencia and places around Valencia, we know Andalusia got it, Malaga got it, Murcia's had its storms. It's affected a lot of parts of Spain. I reckon half of Murcia's population going to be affected with all these flood risk areas, because they're all in the flood basin. And all the zones they're talking about is the city of Murcia. They're talking about Cartagena, they're talking about Torre Pacheco, Lorca, Porto Lumbreras. So yeah, lots of areas that are going to be affected in the floods if they happen again. Incidentally, we're up by the hippie sheds. They're just relocating them at the moment because where they're doing this big project here, they're moving them all about because they're doing this flood thing again here because in case the floods come along here, it's all in the project. It's all to do with the flooding. When it rains, it all gets washed away, of course. So yeah, they're moving a lot of these hippie sheds while they sort that out. I reckon this whole project's going to be finished in Easter. Can't see it myself, but yeah. So at the moment, the hippie sheds are going like a zigzag shape to just get to the Torrevieja. So yeah, a lot of them are closed and people are clearing their stuff out while they move them. We've got other things going on in the news as well. We've got this case that's been going on for 10 years, to do with money laundering, bribery, all kind of corrupt acts going on. And yeah, it's finally come up to court. And yeah, quite a few people involved as well. It's a real major corruption case in Los Alcaceres and yeah, in Murcia. So the trial's about to start, and yeah. So we've got some real big allegations here of what fraudulent schemes with the, you know, with the public money, the public funds, and yeah, serious amount of frauds going on. Millions and millions of euros. They reckon they've used this money to like bribe their way and get positions in the government, and yeah, it's only happening in Spain, can't it, eh? It's not the first time we've heard about this. Old backhanders, you know, get a few contracts. Yeah, it goes on everywhere, doesn't it, eh? Everyone likes a backhander. Get in there and earn a few quid, but yeah, if you're dealing with public funds, you're likely to go down to prison for it because yeah, it's serious. Call it the 90th case. I don't know if that means it's the 19th time it's happened or what. But yeah, they reckon it's one of the biggest corruption cases in recent years in Murcia. So we'll see how this one goes, eh? Yeah, falsifying documents and dodgy contract deals, bribery, you name it, all going on. And it's happening. And so yeah, we've arrived up on the old promenade. A little bit overcast, like I say, it's mild, it's not cold. Also, we've got some other news to report on, and yeah, it's the biggest drug bust ever in history, and yeah, 659 million, and yeah, they reckon 13 tons of cocaine, and they're all in a banana shipment. And yeah, they've recovered like so much. You just see them raid the house, and yeah, got into the safe, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of euros. Of course, they've got all these bags, all these designer bags, shoes, gold, everything. So yeah, amazing, eh? How all these drug people are getting caught. Just seems to be every day they're busting big gangs. So that's today's Spanish news roundup for the week. Like I say, still going to take months to get it all up and running in Valencia. You can check out the video I done as I was passing through. Like a nightmare with the roads, absolutely an hour to get through. All the roads that are open, they divert you all the way around. We saw the river completely dry. Of course, just before we get into Barcelona, they was closed off. We weren't allowed in to at least 2 in the afternoon because they were issued a red alert, which it done early in the morning. Like I mentioned, it got the airports and the flights and everything had to be diverted. But other than that, when we was actually in the Las Ramblas, the area, city of Barcelona, it was okay. There was nothing to worry about there. There was no water because, yeah, Las Ramblas in Barcelona, I don't know what happened to it. If you want to check out any of the videos, you can. But yeah, went there to see all the amazing statues. Completely changed. And yeah, not a safe place at all. Definitely not safe. Over 700 robberies a day. And I tell you what, you did get the feel about it. So if you did want to check any of these out, I've got the videos just at the top. And until then, hasta luego.